Hello, I am going to show you guys really quickly how I'm sorry, my light must be weird. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys how I make my thumbnails for my nail art studio designs. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and walk you through what I do and where I got the template from and everything. So, okay. So I purchased this template from Etsy, and I will post the link in the comments on your team page where I posted this video so that you can see and click directly what it is. But it's a basic template, and this is what I downloaded. It's very easy. She has directions here, and I kind of learned from there and fooling around and talking to a couple other leaders. So once you download this file, this is what I'll walk you through what you do. So in Nail Art Studio, you are going to, there's a couple different steps. So first I'll walk you through doing just the thumbnails where it shows the thumbnails of the designs. And what I do is view my project. And you know, it takes a little bit for it to load. And I'm going to go to preview. And it will eventually come up. So what I do, just so you know, while this is loading, is the process that you're about to see right now where I'm making the copies. I do this for, say, 10 designs and then go through and do all thumbnails at one time so that I'm not going back and forth. It's more of like an assembly line. So what I'll do is my preview comes up and I'm going to actually zoom in on the design as much as I can without it getting super blurry. Let's see, that's a little blurry. And I want to get, so my 3 designs here without being cut off, without being too blurry. And what you can do is either do a screenshot of your screen. I have a MacBook, so I can actually cut what I want, and I just take a picture of the first 3 wraps. So if you have to do a screenshot, that's fine. I've done it that way also, and it works perfectly fine. This is just what I do with my MacBook because it's easier for me. So once you've done that, you have your screenshot, and like I said, I'll go through and go back to my designs and do this on, say, 10 different designs that I've done, just so it speeds up the process and it's already there, and I'm not going back and forth waiting. And I'll show you how I do like 2, just so you can see my process. And obviously you can do 1 at a time while you're figuring it out and then move up to doing multiples. It will load. Oh, here we go. Preview. And I never zoomed out, so mine's still zoomed in right now from the last design. And I'm just going to do the same thing here and take a screenshot of the 2 designs of the biggest wraps. So once you have that, you are going to go to a website. It's pixlr.com/ this website you see right here /editor. There's no E in Pixlr, so make sure. And you're going to open that up. And you are going to open up an image. And when you are going to first open up the thumbnail that you downloaded, and it looks just like this when you pull it up. And then you're going to go back and open up the 2 screenshots that you took. So these are the 2 screenshots that I took from my previews. Super easy. So I'm going to move this one out of the way and come here now. So what you're going to do is this tool right here, it's like a selection. I don't even know what it's called. But this square right here is what you're going to click on. And on your design that you want a thumbnail of, you're going to take a picture of about 3/4 of the wrap. So you're going to highlight it and then Control C to copy. Click on your template and paste it on there. And this put it on top of the template, on top of the clear background. So you're going to come here to where your layers are and drag it so that that is underneath the other layer. And you'll see here it now shows up. So if you have wanted to display a certain way, if you click on this arrow, this lets you move it to how you want it. So say I want more stars showing. If it is a large design and you want to shrink it down a little bit, you can go to Edit and go to Free Transform, and you'll see this box show up, and you can shrink it down so that it shows more of the stars or more of the design inside, and then move it up. And then it'll just ask you if you want to save it. So then what you'll do is save. And the way that I save it is really simple. Like I literally do A1 for this one. I probably already have one because I'm working on some. So we'll do Z1. I don't have any of those. And then what you're going to do is come over here, right click, delete that layer. And then you're going to go back to your design, click on your selection tool here, and do it for the next, for all of the designs for this thumbnail image that you need. So I pasted it, I'm dragging it down, and then I'm going to save this again. And I just name it Z2. So what I'll do is like everything for this design here, I called it Yankee Doodle Dandy or something. I'll do Z1, Z2, Z3 so that I know that all three of those go together when I'm doing my thumbnails. Because remember, I do multiple at a time. So I'll have like A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3 so that I know what goes together. It just makes it easier for me. You can obviously name it however you want to name it. Save it. Delete that. Go back here. Remember that if you have an image that you've flipped upside down halfway through, in order to have it show the correct way, you're actually going to take a picture from the bottom up, because this is going to be the one that's probably facing you instead of upside down, where up here would be upside down. But you would do the same thing. Just copy, come over here, paste, drag it underneath the other layer, and then most likely you'll just have to drag it up so it's showing just the bottom, and then you're going to save that. Okay, so you would do that for all of your images. Like I would do it for this one next. I'm not going to do it because you know how to do that part. So you don't need these anymore, and you've saved everything you need. Now there's two ways to get them on actual thumbnails. And I'm going to show you both ways because sometimes it's easier to do it one way other than the other. So you can do it in Pixlr, very easy. I create a new image and I do the largest size right here. And I do click transparent. And it brings up this new document. And then I go to open image. And I'm going to open 1, 2, and 3, the 3 thumbnails that I just made. And again, I'm going to just move them out of the way. The only thing that's a little bit weird, you know, I don't want to say sucks, but the one thing that's rough about this program is that it has all of this advertisements on the side, so it's a little bit harder to see. But it's not, once you know what you're doing, it's not hard. Okay, so what you're going to do is this tool, it's like a little magic wand. That's what it's called, it's a wand tool. Is you're going to use that, and you're going to come click on the design you want. And you see how it's selected the square on the outside and then the outside of your thumbnail? So you're going to right click and you're going to click invert selection, and now it's only selected your thumbnail. So you're going to copy that and then paste it here. So now you have your thumbnail there. So we don't need that one anymore. I can X out of that. And then you're going to do the same thing for all 3 of these. So right click with the magic wand, invert selection, copy, paste. X out. So this is why, okay, so here you're going to see how it is a little bit different and why the other way I'm going to show you may be a little easier. Because it's white, it's not picking up this star right here. So it's not selecting the white to this star in this area. So you'll see when I paste it, that part is actually clear and going to show whatever's behind it. Can you see when I'm moving it? So the thing that you can do to fix that on this one, it's not that bad because there wasn't a lot of white, is you can have that as one of the images that goes in the back. So now you're going to want to arrange them. The one thing to remember is whichever layer you have highlighted over here is the one that's going to move. So even if I'm clicking on this other star one, it's moving this blue star one to the right because that's what's highlighted over here. So I'm going to click that one now and move that out of the way. And then I'm going to click this one and move this one. But it's behind these two. So I'm actually going to put this one here because I like those two in the back. And then move this one to the middle. But I don't like how it's behind this third star one. So that's what I want the top layer to be. I'm going to move it to the top so it's on top of both of those. So now I have it the way I want. This star, you can't tell that there's nothing behind it because once I save it, it'll have a white background. So it's not a huge deal. So then simple. Name it Yankee Doodle Dandy. I do the highest quality. Okay. All done. So now I've saved it to my desktop. And you're all done. So you can either do your text here or you can pop it into PicMonkey and add whatever words you want. If you want to add the full template, I can show you that too. But I'm going to show you the other way to do this background part really quickly, just because I'm going to show you with an example of the white backgrounds. So the other way I do it is I actually use PowerPoint. It's super easy to do. You literally just get a blank, ignore that, a blank, what is this, slide, and you're gonna add a picture. So I have some that I've been working on and they do have the white background, so I'm gonna show you with those really quickly. Let's see. So you have this one, and I'm going to move that there. I'm going to add another picture. And now you can see how that's covering this. So what I want to do is up here, when you have the picture highlighted, under Format Picture, you're going to see Remove Background. So when you click on that, everything that it's removing is in this purple. And obviously we don't want this part to be removed. So you can actually click where parts that you want to keep by clicking. So you can see how I clicked there, it popped up. It doesn't always come up quite that easy. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You can see here, I'm having to click a little bit more for it to pull those parts. And then you just click Remove Background again, and now it's saved that background. If I would have tried to do that on the Pixlr website, because I'm not like savvy with these Photoshop or the Pixlr, you know, all those different programs, it just wouldn't have worked for me, and it would have deleted all that background. And because I didn't want it to take this background, that white, to cover it, it wouldn't have worked. Okay, so I have those two, and I'm going to add one more just so you can see how I do it again. And obviously I want this one in the middle, and I need that background gone, so I'm going to click Remove Background. There's a little piece here that's not highlighted, and that worked, and I'm just going to remove that. And then I can move that however I want. And in PowerPoint, it's super easy. You can click save. In my version, I click Save as Pictures, but I know my version at work, I actually have to go to Save As and then change it in the format part to actual JPEG. And then it just saves it as a slide. And again, you can pop it into PicMonkey and add the names and everything. And I will show you guys how I do that part. So in PicMonkey, super easy. Let's see. Let me just get my designs. We'll go back to this original one that I just made. I do a preview and I just do a save as, save that. And I'm going to, you can design a square. You can create an overlay. And what these are is like when you add the pictures in PicMonkey, but you can also add your own. I don't know if you knew that. So I'm going to add the images that I made. So I can add this here. And then I'm going to add another overlay and add this image here. And I want to, let's see, turn this, and I'm just going to make it so it's not showing the entire thing, but you can get an idea of what the sheet looks like and how it comes. And then you can add your own, you know, flair to it. You can add whatever you're going to call it, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Move that up here. You know, make it whatever colors you want to make it, and then you can always add, you know, Jamberry Nail Art Studio Designs by Lauren. Your own little like trademark to it type thing, and put those down there. But super simple, and that's how I make my thumbnails. That template, like I said, cost what, $5, and I do Pixlr is a free program, and PicMonkey is obviously also a free program that you can use, and then I just save and share just like that. So I hope that helped. I'm going to, let's see, stop sharing. You can probably see my, there we go. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And I will talk to you later. Bye.